Hello Taurus, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the month of December. It is that time of year already, my friends. Happy weekend to you if you're viewing this on the weekend. I'm here to with an oracle deck. We're going to use some tarot. We're going to look at take a peek at what's coming up in the month of December for you. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I am using the Quantum Oracle today. And we will position these cards and then we'll clarify them and see what's coming up for you, Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Taurus, the first card that I put down is going to be your energy. It's the energy that you're bringing in for the month. Tell me about Taurus, please. Tell me about Taurus. The money you're bringing in, what you're bringing in for this month. Gosh, y'all, I can't speak. Mercury retrograde be damned. I can't speak. So be patient with me. All right. We've got creative endeavor. So I feel like this is the energy that you're bringing in with you this month. You're bringing in this energy, this creative energy, wanting to do something, wanting to create something, wanting something to be born. For some of you, it could be a creative endeavor. It could be a child. It could be a relationship. Take it as it wants. I feel like you're open to all of it. As we look at this card, we see that there is a blank canvas, right? You're at the very beginning of something. And we do see the looks like a cello, and then we have some books with a camera on top. It's like somebody is learning something, maybe photography, maybe you'll learn something new and creative. I feel like you're open to it all, is what I want to say, is what that energy is giving me. Next card I'm putting down here is the overall monthly energy. Overall monthly energy for Taurus, please. We've got friends and colleagues. Well, there we go. So it is a month of celebration, right? Of course, December is the hustle, the bustle, right? That's nothing that a psychic needs to tell you. But I feel like you're going to be in groups of people. So friends, colleagues, could be people from work, could be people that you just met. Take it as it resonates for you. But it feels like you're going to be amongst people, groups. These people are all having fun. They're having drinks, having dinner. I feel like you're going to be very social for the month of December. Next card I put down is going to be an obstacle that you'll need to overcome in the month of December. Hang on. We have a consciousness of lack. Very interesting. So, the consciousness of lack can attack us at any time. And it happens for people who are wealthy, and it happens for people who are not wealthy. It happens for us all the same, y'all. You can see that there's many things going on in this picture. Somebody here is showing money. But the consciousness of lack is telling me that maybe you're working too hard or working too much or putting your nose to the grindstone too much, that the money is here and it's a consciousness of lack. So even though you have it, you feel like you don't, or you're feeling like you that you aren't making enough, even though you are making enough. And sometimes that happens when we aren't truly grateful for the things that we already have. We do see somebody here who is standing next to this heart. So, it's a consciousness of lack. For some of you, it could be love. For some of you, it could be money. For some of you, you feel like it's always raining where you are. For others of you, it's knowledge. It feels like this person's got their foot on these books here. It feels like more knowledge would help you get out of whatever this is. We'll clarify it and find out what else is going on here. Card number 4 is going to be about your finances, Taurus. Tell me about Taurus's finances in the month of December. Ooh, I like that. Taurus, you're going to have an increase. So whether you're working for somebody or working for yourself, I feel like you are going down this golden road here. You can see all of the beautiful crystals and stuff that are here. It's lush. There's a big house in the background, and all roads lead to the increase. So feels like the finances are going to be looking pretty good for the month of December here, Taurus. Next card I'm putting down is about your human connections. And I don't care. And I said the reason I'm using human connections is because for some of you, it's going to be love. For some of you, it's going to be platonic children. It could be a brother or a sister. Take it as it resonates. Tell me about the connections, the human connections for Taurus in the month of December, please. We've got conflict. So there might be some conflict that you might have to figure out. We'll come back and we'll clarify that. And then this last card here is going to be a key goal for you to pursue in the month of December. A key goal for Taurus to pursue in the month of December. We've got letting go, Taurus. So there is a full moon coming up on December the 15th. It is a full moon in Gemini. And this full moon usually is the one that makes us sort of I guess, be introspective, right? We're going to be up in our heads, right? Introspective a little bit, encouraging us to pause, maybe reflect on the past year. So I feel like this energy here, the key goal to pursue is letting go of what you don't need. Because I feel, Taurus, that there are some people, places, things, situations, mindsets that are holding you back. You can see that she's holding on to these leashes. The leashes are not tied to her. She's holding on to the leashes. And, she loves the dogs. The dogs are trying to hold her back because they love her. And sometimes that can be friends, family members, people who can't follow us into the next vibration. So we try and hold ourselves back from our next adventure, next vibration, because we know that there's people around us that can't come with us. And then I just want you to know that you are deserving. We'll leave that right there. Let's get a deck for clarifying here. Let's talk about Taurus, December of 2024. Tell me what this creative endeavor is. You're coming into December here, Taurus, with an open mind, a clean slate. You're ready to learn something new. You're ready to have some sort of creative endeavor, whether that's in the mind or in the 3D, whatever it is. Tell me about this. Your energy is being open to anything and everything here. Creative covers a lot of things, right? Tell me about Taurus. We've got the King of Wands. So I feel like you are ready. As you come into December, you're ready to go. You're at the start line and you're ready to go here. The King of Wands is the one who is motivated, right? Motivated to go. I feel like this month is going to be very busy for you, and I feel like you kind of got to be on point. So I think that right now, if there's nothing going on for you, and for some of you who are going to be celebrating Thanksgiving, you're kind of busy right now because it's in 4 days or so, right? As I throw these cards. So you're going to be kind of busy, but I feel like there is a space between Thanksgiving and when December begins that you should take that time, I feel, Taurus, for yourself to rev your engines, I'm going to say. This person, I'm looking at this person on the card here is very deep in thought, is somebody who's sitting down, right? There's four candles on the mantle and one beside this person, which tells me that maybe they're holding back or taking time out, taking time for themselves to sort of look over the situation. So I feel like after the hustle bustle of Thanksgiving is done, I think you're supposed to take some time for yourself until the beginning of December to slow down just a little bit. We do have the Magician in the reverse here. And then we have the Four of Swords. So I really do feel like it's telling me here that you just need to cool your jets a little bit, right? With the Magician in the reverse, I feel like you're supposed to put down your tools. You're supposed to sort of get introspective, look at what it is that you want to do next, and then go after that thing. The Four of Canes here, the Four of Swords, is about letting things go, but it's also about a little bit of healing of the mind, stability of the mind. I feel like this time in between Thanksgiving and December 1 for you is going to be a time of introspection. We are also, as of the 25th of November, going to be in full-on Mercury retrograde, and that could be a little bit tough, I'm just saying, over the holidays, because communications are hard, right, with people. That's why I'm doing this human connections thing, because communications are going to be off, right? So be careful about what you say, how you say it. It feels like this is the time for you to sort of pull back, hold back, look inward to the self. What else we got here? I think also that Magician in the reverse is telling me that there could be a communication block. Like at that time, after you've gone through this Thanksgiving craziness, madness here, I feel like, and Black Friday and all of that madness that goes on, if you're participating in any of that, it feels like your communication's not going to be very good. It's going to be off. So be careful of your communications. That's what the Magician in the reverse is giving me. All right, and then we have your overall monthly energy, which I love here, is friends and colleagues. Tell me about this for Taurus. We've got the High Priestess, we've got the Emperor, and we've got the Eight of Wands. So I feel like your connections with people are going to be picking up. You're going to be seeing more people than usual, Taurus. And of course, it's, like I said, a month of hustle bustle, right? I feel like the Emperor energy could be that some of you are going to see your parents or your father or your mother. Take it as it resonates for you. But I feel as though maybe there's been, if it is family that you're seeing. It feels like it's been quiet with the family. Everybody's sort of waiting for everyone else to make the next move. I feel like it's you that's going to have to, if that's the case, and it is family, friends, or colleagues that have been silent, or we haven't made any plans, or it feels like you're going to have to be the one to stand up and say, okay, it's time for us to make the plans, because I don't want to be caught last second buying gifts or last second planning an event that somebody else didn't do. So I feel like amongst your friends, your colleagues, I feel like you're going to be the one that sticks out like a sore thumb. I think everyone's looking to you to give the okay or make the plan or take control of the situation. It feels like you're going into this month feeling quite social. I think that you are. And I feel it's because there's probably some people here that you have not seen in a while. It says friends and colleagues. It could be long lost friends that you haven't seen in forever. The colleagues you probably see more often if they are work colleagues for you. But I feel like the Eight of Candles is telling me, that Eight of Wands is telling me that things are about to pick up in speed. Things are about to pick up. And I feel like that's going to happen like closer to the beginning, like probably the first week of December here. We are in Mercury retrograde, as I said, for the entire month of December. And we've got this outro energy, right? Where things are dissipating. So that actually goes until January the 2nd. So yeah. Unfortunately, we're going to be, for Christmas, going to be into retrograde with Mercury, which is going to be confusing a little bit for communications. So we have an obstacle that you need to overcome. So look, if you're taking a consciousness of lack into any of these groups of people, that's where it's all going to start. If you're in an attitude of complaining out to the universe, or you're just not in a very good mood, I would say hold back, don't go. Talk yourself out of it. Tell me about this consciousness of lack. Look, a lot of people in the month of December will feel a consciousness of lack. For sure, money. Maybe some people don't get invited out anywhere. Look, it can be a consciousness of lack. What's the advice? It is the Knight of Pentacles. It's the Death card. And we have Justice. The only way you're going to get justice is if you take control of the situation. I feel like this death energy with the Knight of Pentacles is telling me that it's time for you to stop holding yourself back. I feel like, Taurus, with this Knight of Pentacles here, it tells me that you're spending time by yourself, or moving really slow, or I can do it myself. Taurus, feminine or masculine, you can be kind of hyper independent, right? And so it feels like you're like, let them do it. I'm not going to do it. Does feel like a little bit of consciousness of lack, because it feels like you're going over details. You're getting stuck in the details that don't matter. The details of an argument, the details of what presents to buy, the details of the things that just don't matter. I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is telling me that that you've been going slow, being very practical, but I feel like it's because of a consciousness of lack, because you feel like a lack of money, or a lack of love, or a lack of being invited, or something like that. We do have the Death card. That means there is going to be transformation in this, so I feel like this is like a pit stop for most of you. But the thing is that death doesn't just show up and sprinkle, fairy dust on you. You have to do the hard work. So you have to get out of this Knight of Pentacles energy. You have to stop overthinking it, stop being so patient, stop being so practical, stop editing the edits, right? It's like overthinking it. And the Knight of Pentacles can be an overthinker. And the reason that they're going slow is because they're trying to go over all the details. They don't want to miss anything. They're scared to miss something. We do have Justice, and I feel like there is going to be some sort of transformation that's going to happen around this consciousness of lack. So I think you're going to overcome this obstacle because the Death card is showing up here. And it is, I feel like it's saying you've got to stop moving so slow, moving so carefully. It feels like it's time for you to move forward here. You can see that Death is pointing towards the Knight of Pentacles. So it's like you need to stop holding your space, sitting by yourself, not doing much, being scared to move forward, feeling like there's too many details for you to take care of. Yeah, it feels like with the Justice card that you will overcome this in the month of December, but I feel like it's going to be up to you. It's not really up to anybody else. Let's talk about money. Tell me about the finances for Taurus, please. We've got an increase. Tell me about this increase in finances for Taurus in December. We've got the Nine of Swords, we've got the Three of Cups, and we have the Star. It does feel here, Taurus, that you have been worried about your finances, a little bit of worry, I think, with the Nine of Swords energy, and I think it's because you're looking too far into the future. The Nine of Swords is about that, right? It's about looking too far into the future or reviewing the past, thinking that things are never going to change, that they're always going to be the same. And this is a place where we can get really stuck in our minds, right? And although the Eight of Swords is the place where you feel trapped in the mind, the Nine of Swords, you can see this person here is, sitting in bed just eating candy. So I feel like it's almost like you feel a little stuck in the mind as it pertains to your finances. But we do have the Three of Cups here. And so I feel like the increase that you get financially it feels like it's wealth. So it could be money for some of you, but it does feel like it's overall wealth because we do have the Star here. So it does feel like if you have a business that the Star is going to bring people toward you. This is the manifestation energy, right? It's calling people into you. So if you are someone who's in business for yourself, I feel like you'll have more clients or you'll have more sales or something like that. But it feels like for those of you who work for somebody else, that somebody might recognize you, like at work, that they'll recognize you in the work, recognize you for the work that you've put in the workspace. So this would be maybe possibly this Emperor. If it's not you, maybe it's somebody else. And that Emperor could be somebody who is a boss. So for those of you who are being recognized at the workplace, I feel like you've been manifesting more money, a raise, a promotion, that next job, whatever it is. And I feel like you're going to be able to celebrate that in the month of December. So I feel like you're going to get some sort of an influx of money, whether that is a Christmas bonus or something like that. I feel like you're worrying about it, but I feel like in the middle of the month at some point, you're going to be relieved of that because don't forget you are deserving, right? How about your human connections? Let's talk about that. We've got conflict. That brings us the Seven of Cups. We've got the Four of Cups. And we've got the Ace of Swords. Okay, so I feel like the energy that's coming up that is conflict for some of you, it could be emotional conflict. You could be stuck in a room with people that you don't like or haven't seen or you don't get along with and you're just doing it for mom and dad or, something like that. It feels like that energy. But also is the Seven of Cups here. I'm going to say that is the influence of the retrograde. It's like cloudy communication. It's like overwhelming being in a room with too many emotions. It feels like it's like smoke screens and things that you don't understand and things that you get sort of confused over. We've got the Four of Cups here. And so it feels like for some of you, you might just outright refuse the invitation. You might just say, look, I've got things to do. I've got to work through the holidays. You might use work as an excuse not to connect with people or go out with people because you don't want to deal in emotional conflict. You don't want to be thrown to and fro. I feel like for others of you, it says here that the Ace of Swords is here. So I feel like you are going to triumphantly step forward and be clear and be concise and be honest and truthful with whomever you can be about how you feel about the situation. So I feel like the Ace of Swords, though, tells me that some of you might step in as someone who might be the person who, I'm going to say, mediates or referees things. And that can come with its own problems, right? Because you're showing up here as the Emperor here. The Emperor who's been quiet with a lot of people. It almost feels like people will step back and want you to step forward because you're the one that they're looking at as the person who is stable and secure, the one who is logical, the one who moves slowly and strategically. They're looking at you to make everything better here. So some of you, I feel, are just going to avoid the group meetings, whether that's families, friends, or colleagues. You're going to just avoid that and say, look, I've got to work. I feel like for others of you, though, that you're going to be the one who takes the Ace of Swords and cuts through the Seven of Cups. You're going to be the one who stands up and says, look, we can't do this every year. If we keep doing this every year, we're just going to stop meeting. We're going to stop coming together. So I feel like you're going to be bringing truth and honesty to any sort of conflicts that you might come up against. And I don't mean taking sides. I just mean being neutral, because that's what swords are. It's up in the mind, but when swords come up, it's like it's neutral energy. It's a double-edged sword. So no matter who gets cut, you get cut as well. And so I feel like it's you're going to try and get people to talk it out, bring some logic into the situation. And then we have the last card here. We have a key goal for you to pursue. Look, it's letting go, and we're already talking about maybe there might be conflict in the places that you go to. And I'm going to just say that maybe just think it over, right? With the Ace of Swords, think it over. If you know that it's going to end up in conflict, then maybe it's not a place that you want to be, unless you want to be the person who's the referee. They might invite you because, well, you're the only one who keeps everything steady and sturdy, right? The one who is logical and practical. So letting go. What are you letting go of here? Key goals to pursue. What are you supposed to let go of here, Taurus? We've got the Three of Pentacles. Got the Knight of Cups. And we've got the Hierophant. So I feel that there are some things that you need to let go of, Taurus, in favor of your higher self energy. I feel like in the new year, you're going to be stepping in, some of you, full on stepping into this Hierophant energy, which means that you are the person who is on your path. The path that you've created or the path that you've decided to follow, whether that's the doctrine of someone else or your own doctrine. It feels like here the letting go part comes with the Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. So I want to say be very practical in your relationships, and maybe you just need to sort of go over the friends list or go over the reasonings of why you need to let go of some people who may not be reaching out to you. The people who really do love you, Taurus, and the ones who really do want to be around you will reach out to you. I mean, you've got to do your part in reaching back as well, or reaching out to them first. But I feel like you're really being very practical, and you've had some growth by the end of the year. I feel like this full moon in Gemini that's coming up on the 15th, I feel has put you in this state of sort of looking at what is practical and what is not. And I feel like you are looking at how much work do I want to put in? What do I want to build, and who do I want to build it with? I feel like at the end of the year here, you're really looking at maybe your romantic relationships. Maybe it's time to go through and just block and take people out of your phone, and I don't want that one to contact me again. What are you letting go of at the end of the year in order to be able to stand really solid and upright in this Hierophant energy? And the Hierophant is somebody who always does the right thing, who's always quite helpful, who is the spiritual teacher, the person who is on a path, and if other people want to follow, they can, and they usually do, because the Hierophant has good energy. It's about stability and being traditional in the way that you think. The traditional thing is always do well by others and don't judge others, and, things like that. So I feel like you're going to be really looking through some things, Taurus, realizing who you might need to let go of, or situations, or maybe your job, or maybe a person or a family member or a friendship. I feel like you'll be letting go, because I feel like, as I was saying in this card here, that it feels like there are people in your life who have been holding back, but you've been allowing them to hold you back. I feel you've been allowing them to hold you back because they love you, and you know that, and they're saying, but the only reason I don't want you to move across state or move across the world or go and pursue that thing that you love is because I love you. But these animals love her, but they're holding her back, but she's the one holding on to the leashes. So I'm going to say that it's up to you to let things go, to look over it, to be very practical, and build your life the way that you want to build your life, Taurus. So it does feel like some of you are letting go of, this could be the Knight of Cups is slow-moving energy. It's a passive knight. This is passive love. So it feels like people who say they love you, or people who say they want to go out with you or want to date you, or I feel like you're really being practical about those relationships, because I feel like you're releasing some things before you step into this energy of the Hierophant for 2025. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Nine of Good Cheer. For some of you, you might be invited out to gatherings, right? We have the Nine of Good Cheer, or the Nine of Cups, and you can see that there is all kinds of somebody sitting here with a happy look on their face after everybody has left the house, I feel. So you might have people traveling to see you, or you might be going to travel home. Maybe you're taking a flight to see parents, right? We have the King of Good Cheer, who is the King of Cups, and then we have the Knight of Swords. So it feels like some of you are going to be flying. I think you are going to be flying to meet family. Of course, that's no big psychic revelation, but I feel like it's coming up here for a reason. I think for most of you, it's going to be this. It's going to be family and friends and dinners and fun, and you're really going to enjoy it because that person has a really big, good old smile on their face, and you are very deserving, Taurus. I'm going to leave that right here for now, and thank you so much for coming here and watching. I do appreciate you, and I'll be back, of course, with the weeklies because I'm always back. Love you guys, and happy December. Bye-bye.